Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. This is interesting, and I had a little swing thought pop into my mind watching Moon Lambo. But just imagine if this happened with the SEC XRP case, and I'll get into it what I mean in a minute.
Screen from Cointelegraph. Judge dismisses debt box case, orders SEC to pay $1.8 million in fees. That's right. So, not only was this one just chucked out of the courts because the judge decided that it was that egregious, the SEC has to pay fines. And that probably should be the case. It just kind of sucks because when you think about it, that's actually just coming from the taxpayer, but still is what it is. So I'm going to share with you perspective from attorney John Deaton as well as a couple other attorneys within the XRP community on this and get you the specifics. But it's just more proof that we in the XRP community were right. We were early. I mean, we were warning about the SEC to a degree that pretty much nobody else in crypto was back in 2020. It's now 2024, and this is just more evidence of it. But I love to see those jackasses at the SEC get bitch smacked down by the court. It's a beautiful day. You'll love to see it. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And folks, this story, I mean, I love the outcome, but everything up to this point pretty much truly egregious. Other than, of course, the judge seemingly along the way recognizing just how disgusting the behavior from the SEC was. In fact, here is a headline on this story from March 19th from Reuters. U.S. judge criticizes SEC for gross abuse of power in dispute with blockchain firm. So that may sound familiar. And so again, that was March 19th. Then fast forward to April 22nd this year. SEC lawyers resign after gross abuse of power in crypto case report. And so that was just a little over a month ago. And now here we are at the end of May, and this thing's gotten thrown out. So the story reads as follows. You'll love to see it. A federal judge has ordered the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to pay roughly $1.8 million in attorney and receivership fees related to the regulator's civil case against Digital Licensing, the firm doing business as DebtBox. In a May 28th filing in the U.S. District Court for the District of Utah, Judge Robert Shelby signed off on an order requiring the SEC to pay roughly $1 million for attorney fees and costs and $750,000 for receiver fees and costs. The order came the same day as one dismissing the case without prejudice. The judge cited a March ruling in which a court found the SEC, quote, engaged in bad faith conduct, end quote, over a temporary restraining order to freeze DebtBox's assets. And folks, that is true, as described here. They literally
All
were
right,
making crap
seriously,
up to
let's get
try
into
and
this.
trick a judge.
Okay, for aggressive, overreach of power, really, that's what it is. I'm not obviously I'm not an attorney, but I did study business law, and I don't really know anything about this. But based on that ruling, what if we keep thinking, yeah, Ripple's going to get their fines, and then let's see what the price does. And the uncertainty is keeping a lot of the big money out. They don't want Ripple to go out of business, which that's not happening. We know that, but you know, we're not dealing with millions or billions of dollars either. So if we were, we may be a lot more cautious. We're not trying to buy. They're not trying to buy their fucking time coins of freedom. They're not trying to pay off the inherited debt the day we were born, and we're not going to be free until we have that money to pay that debt off. Meaning, we don't have to worry about the bills. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to worry about the fucking man, the powers that be, my dreamers, my fucking roadies. Um, what if Judge Torin, her ruling comes out, and it's actually something positive, like a really, really low fine. That alone would be a game changer. We're expecting something reasonable and fair. And I think our expectations are probably, even though it shouldn't, should be nothing. And Garlinghouse wants a $10 million fine. So our expectations somewhere between 2 billion and 10 million. for a settlement or a fine from the judge. And she's not going to go up like to $1 billion, but this is where we're going with this. You know, we're like, it'll move on and our price is going to go up. But the more bullish that settlement is, the better. Like if she said there were no fines, I think that would be a fucking rocket ship instantly. And we'd be saying, oh, I wish I would have bought more. I was going to. But, you know, that's how it is when you're in a good investment. That's how you should feel, you know? And when you sell it and it keeps going up, you should have regret that you didn't hold it. Because what that regret is, it's actually explaining to you that you were in the right asset and you picked a winner. Because winners don't drop after you sell, you know? That's the way it is. I won big with NVIDIA, Facebook, Apple, and I sold. And today I was looking at their market cap. I was shocked. It was a trillion higher than I thought it was for Apple and NVIDIA, you know, and Facebook's was significantly higher. AMD's was significantly higher. And I made a lot of money in options with them. 10x'd them for sure with options. But I'm like, fuck, if I would have just held them, you know, it's like, it is what it is. But I made that money in a year and a half. I didn't have to wait 7 years, you know. So I'm the winner there. But here's the thing. I don't do stock anymore. I'm all crypto, 100%. Well, I have some stocks, but very, very, it's like 1%, which is probably not smart. But, you know, what if the judge ruled like higher, much higher? Like, what if she was like, I think people are thinking 100 million, and I think that's fucking so high. But let's say she did 200 million. And Ripple spent well over 100 million in attorney fees. And what if she said, however, because of this gross overreach with the XRP, you know, in the security and all the money Ripple had to pay on these attorney fees for shit that you guys were overreaching on, that should be kind of refunded to Ripple, you know, or allocated back to Ripple. You know, it's funny, you change a word, you sound smarter, but what if it was like, yeah, you're going to get fined, you know, 150 million, but we want you to return 75 million of that. That would still be a huge settlement and win for the SEC, but that is going to look so fucking great and positive for the community because Torrent's capable of that. We've seen that already with this last settlement of what I think it was 1.8 against Block, whatever. It doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but you get where I'm going. You know, every time I think of you, I always hold my breath. And I'm still standing here, and you're miles away. And I'm wondering why you left. And I spend my time thinking about you, and it's almost driving me wild. I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you. I mean, what if? We're going to win. We're going to fucking fly like fucking birds to the sky. And everyone's going to understand the why, you know? It's going to be great. I mean, blue jeans in the driveway. You're walking inside sideways. The wine always affects you in a beautiful kind of way. Take me by the hand just as careless as I am. Say you're proud. I don't know the words, but you guys like, subscribe. You get it. Something weird could happen. I'm not saying it will, but it'd be awesome.